Hey guys, it's Ron Bass with another edition of the Ron Bass Show. It's your source for a lot of things. Inspiration, motivation, encouragement, humor.
Sometimes.
Mr. Ben Atterbury,
Sometimes.
executive producer, marketing guru. What say you, sir?
Today's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day.
Sun's out. It's not
Sun's
raining.
out. Not raining?
Yeah. It's a good day.
You know, I was at the doctor's office just now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How is Doc?
Well, when you have to go see the urologist, it's kind of a worrisome situation because when you see the Vaseline tube in the corner, you begin to wonder, oh my goodness, what's going to happen now? But fortunately, my PSA is what? Public service announcement.
Yes.
PSI, I think, is how they rate your prostate. As far as whether you have cancer or don't, or likely to have cancer or not. And when you get old, the likelihood of getting cancer gets higher and higher.
Yeah.
As well as heart disease. But there's a lot of things that affect that.
Isn't 1 in 4 men get it?
A lot of people get
Prostate
it. And when
cancer.
you get old, your odds go up way high. But the deal is this. You can do a lot of things to improve the odds by working out, of course, eating right, not smoking, et cetera, et cetera. But genetics do play a role. So, but the story I was going to tell was that when you go into the doctor's office, before you see the urologist, you have to take a blood test, which you can see I had my blood taken, right?
Yes.
And you have to pee in a cup. So, I peed in the cup. You have to put the cup in you have to open the door and put the cup in there. And I guess they take it out on the other side. At any rate, I turned on the faucet to wash my hands. I mean, it was like Niagara Falls. So I get water. On this particular tie, everything shows. So I get water all over the tie. I'm walking out of the bathroom, you know what I'm thinking? They're probably going to think that I peed on myself. So it was like a lot of splash. Yeah. I don't know why in the world they would have even allowed that faucet to be such. I mean, it had a lot of power.
Yeah.
A lot of thrust.
Yeah.
So I thought that was kind of funny.
Get those hands clean.
Get those hands clean. At any rate, the good news was my PS, whatever it is, was in the moderate range. For my age, it was reasonable, but they keep their eye on it. I've been going through this for years. You have to, when you get to a certain age, you have to have it checked if you're a man. Women, I guess, obviously don't go through that. But the good news is I was okay, and that was cool. And I go back every 6 to 12 months, and they check it again. And the other thing about prostate cancer is that it's not curable, but it's a slow grow usually. They catch it early, and they can usually deal with it with the radiation, or they just monitor it and so forth. Anyway, so much for that. I don't want to gross everybody out here about peeing.
Well, let me just say congratulations.
Well, thank you, sir.
Your PSI tested good, so you're in the clear for now.
I'm in the clear for now, but I was thinking about this. It's like, look, guys, you're always going to have something to be concerned about. I don't want to use the word worry because that's really not the right word. And you can get through like a situation and it's behind you. But sure enough, give it a couple minutes or a couple hours, and you're going to have something else to be concerned about. And I think about this a lot because I have so many friends that are worrying about everything all the time, right? But you can't do that. It's no good. You're always going to have something to be concerned about. And I think in the end, it all comes down to the same thing. You go through life, you got to deal with challenges, you got to deal with frustrations, you got to deal with disappointments. And in the end, all that really pales in comparison to what's really important, which is good health, mental and physical health. That's really what it all comes down to. You have to focus on doing the things that help you to feel better about yourself every day and physically feel good every day. Okay, a couple thoughts. Not going to name any names, but there's somebody that I know very well that loves to smoke pot, that loves to vape. That person was given a remarkable opportunity recently to make some money and to have some success in his profession. Well, he wasn't able to take advantage of it because he's got some lung problems and he's got some sinus problems, he's got some respiratory issues. And I just think to myself, you can't be ingesting this smoke all the time and expect to have a good return. And he's a young guy. They don't get it. They don't understand how detrimental this stuff is, man, whether it's marijuana or vaping or cigarettes. And so now here's this opportunity just gone. He can never regain that opportunity. It was a very special opportunity. I'm not going to get into all the details because I don't want to embarrass the person if he happens to be listening to the podcast. But he knows how I feel about these habits that he has. And it's just not worth it, man. It's just not worth it. Any rate, so I read an article the other day. This is interesting. Speaking of health, they say that married men, you're not going to like this, the women are going to be mad at me. The married men have a greater chance of getting dementia than single men.
It's because their wives drive them crazy. I'm just kidding. No, just kidding.
They say, what do they say about women live longer than men? That's because they don't have to live with other women. I'm just joking, guys. Don't get mad at me.
No.
I also read only 15% of our viewers are women.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. 85% men. That was on like the last 30 days, so that could change every month or week or day. But,
yeah.
Obviously, more men like this than women. I guess we relate more to men than women. I'm not sure why that would be the case.
I have no idea.
You're supposed to know all this stuff. You're the guru.
No.
What say you?
I don't. Maybe I guess I could dig into it and see, do more men or women listen to podcasts?
Okay.
Because it could be skewed.
And this is on the YouTube channel. We don't know about Spotify. We don't know.
Yeah.
Our information about Spotify listeners is not nearly as detailed as our YouTube channel gives us information. But regardless, I just wanted to throw that out there because I think what happens is we get hung up on the wrong things. During the course of our day or a week, we get hung up on these things that they're just not that important. We have to focus on what's really important, man, which is your health. If your health is good, reasonably good, you're going to be so much more productive generally. You know, your relationships are better, your sport better, your workouts are better, your sleep is better, your day in and day out is just better. And your success rate is going to be a lot higher because you're able to engage more aggressively, comfortably, with fewer distractions, because you feel better. There's nothing like health, man. And you hear it all the time, you know, health is wealth. But look, we talk about working out, we talk about rest. If you just rest and work out, and your nutrition's not that great, okay, and you're hanging around with some bad people, which you need to be hanging around with good people. I think if you just rest well and work out, you're going to be ahead of the curve. Now you throw in the environment, you throw in the nutrition, okay, that's going to make it even better. And those are the 4 or 5 basic rules of success. People make success just way too complicated. But relationships, guys, I have so many friends that are so distracted right now with their relationships. It might be parent-child, it might be friend-friend, it might be boyfriend-girlfriend, it might be husband-wife. But relationships can really just mess it all up. You have to find a way to figure it all out. If you've got a problem with your spouse or your friend or your parent, whatever, man, get it on the table. Sit down with that person and work it out, or try to work it out.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's comfortable, but you can't let stuff fester and go on and on. Hit everything right now head on. Sometimes I have to talk to customers about things that I'm not happy about, but I would rather hit it head on and take the criticism and figure out a solution as to hide from it, not take the call, not make the call. You're better off just to get it in front of you right now. Figure it out, work on it, and come up with some solutions. I don't have all the answers, but I know that when I tell you that you have to hit everything head on, I know I'm right. From my own experiences in life, versus if you just, stick your head in the sand and don't want to talk about it or deal with it, it's no good. Do you agree with that, or disagree with that?
No, I agree. Some wise person once told me there is never, it wasn't you, I'm sorry, Ron, but...
Man, I was getting ready for the compliment.
My
head was getting this big.
There's never problems, only challenges, and you're supposed to provide solutions to those challenges. So it's not a problem, it's a challenge. It's just another thing that's in the way of trying to, impede you from where you're trying to go. But be someone that can provide solutions. If you hyper focus on problems all the time, you're gonna drag yourself down.
And guys, be diversified with your life. Don't just be a one-trick pony. Like in my case, I love working. I love having my companies. I love business, but I also love working out, and I also love martial arts, and I also love having social life. You can't just do one thing in your life. You have to be diversified. In my companies, I'm very diversified in what I offer to the public, and I think that in my martial arts career, when I do martial arts competition or training, I don't want to just be a one-trick pony. I want to have a lot of the old saying, tricks up my sleeve, a lot of different ways to accomplish the goal. And in jiu-jitsu, of course, the goal is to choke somebody out, or to break their arm, or break their shoulder, or break their knee or the wrist. So that's just the way it is. But that's a self-defense thing. It's not like you're going to go out and try to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
So look, I was grappling last night with somebody that's 50 years younger than me. I'm not bragging, but I'm just saying it's a credit to my workout schedule. If I wasn't working out every day, I wouldn't have the wherewithal to be able to accomplish that. And there again, I know this sounds like maybe I'm bragging. No, I'm trying to encourage you to understand that whatever your age is and whatever your condition is, if you work out, I just promise you, your life's going to be 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times better. It just is. And you're not even going to notice it until something happens, like doing what I did last night made me realize one more time, hey, Meg, thank God I'm working out, or I couldn't do this. I mean, I say I couldn't. I mean, the odds are I probably couldn't do it. And in my mind, I don't think of myself as old because I don't feel old. So if you don't feel a certain way, hey, man, you're way ahead of the curve, right? So work out, walk, ride a bike, go to the gym, swim, do martial arts, play some basketball, get on a stationary bike, do something, man. Every day, something, 30 minutes a day, an hour a day, whatever you can handle. If you can't get out of the wheelchair, you know what? Do something with your arms. There's always a way to get some kind of exercise. I suspect unless you're maybe paralyzed from the neck down, that's rough. That's going to be. And think about that. Think about people that are, and we think we got problems. What would they give to get out of that wheelchair and be able to move again? And we're complaining about stuff that's nothing compared to what they're going through. And there's a lot of people that are quadriplegic. I've been studying this lately. It's really sad because they, some kind of an accident where they lose their I guess it's the spine, right? Mm-hmm. But I have read lately that there's some surgeries that they can do now to make the spine grow back. And then they've got all these skeletal mechanical uniforms now that you can wear that you can actually stand up and walk now. So that's happening more and more to help people that are handicapped. I think that's super cool. Mm-hmm. Technology, man, is getting, at least in the medicine field or the medical technology field, is getting better and better and better. So I'm excited about that for people that are having those kind of problems or those kinds of issues. Man, think about that. We walk around all day long like it's nothing. And those people just dream about it. Wow. And we think we got problems. Okay. So much for all that. Let's see what else we're going to talk about today. Oh, my goodness. There's always stuff to talk about, right?
Sure is.
Yeah, sure is. What do you got to say today? What do you got, some breaking news for us?
I do.
Oh, let's hear it.
Well, so do you like fried chicken?
I like Kentucky Fried Chicken.
You
do?
Really?
I'm a Kentucky Fried Chicken guy.
Oh, you've been dreaming about this.
Okay.
I know it.
Okay, let's
hear
it.
I know it.
Okay.
Guess what?
What?
I love fried chicken also. But KFC, like just a few days ago, introduced fried chicken flavored toothpaste.
Oh my God.
And it's selling out.
No way.
It's selling out. Yes, it's
You're
selling
kidding
out.
me.
It's selling out. Yes.
Fried chicken flavored.
And it's
my
selling
gosh. That's wild.
It is.
Who would have
It's
thought?
inspired by all of KFC's 11 herbs and spices, according to a press release.
That's crazy.
So I just thought I would talk about that today because I know you've been obviously dreaming about anything that tastes like KFC, probably.
Yeah, I love KFC.
So,
That's cool. We'll have to find that somewhere. Maybe at Walmart.
yeah, I don't know. It's
I'm
for a
going to check
limited
it out
time.
tonight. I go to Walmart
It's for a
on my way
limited
home
time.
every night.
So it
gonna
may
check
be
it
only in
out.
certain stores. I mean, we can
Then
do
we
a
can
little
talk
more.
about it on the next podcast.
We can do a little more research. Yeah.
It's got to be through Walmart or online
yeah,
on
you would
Amazon,
think.
right? You would
Let me
think.
think. It's sold out right now. Oh. Yeah, I don't, may have to order it online. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
That's
We'll have to look
crazy.
into that.
Yeah, we'll have to look into that. And if I can find some tonight, I'm going to try it out, and then I'll report on that on the next podcast.
Okay. Well, also today is National Banana Day.
Now, that's a subject I can talk a lot about.
Really?
Yes.
You like bananas?
I bring bananas in every day to the dojo.
Wow.
And I love it when the kids come up to me and go, "Can I have a banana?" I have a 3-year-old that just call, "Can I have a banana?" And I have to peel it for him, and he loves it.
Very
he just
cool.
loves it.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's a great food compared to eating candy.
Yeah.
Still gives you some sweet, but it's not as bad as a candy bar.
Yeah. And it's also wear pajamas to work day. So
Wear pajamas to work.
So
day.
you need to go home and change and come back and in your pajamas, and you can be celebrating this wonderful National Wear
That's
Pajamas
pretty
to Work
wild,
Day.
man.
So
Sometimes they think we wear pajamas when we do jiu-jitsu because we wear the kimonos. Which
yeah,
looks like pajamas in a way.
Yeah.
They may be pajamas, like in the old Japanese days.
yeah. Wow.
Wow. Well, that's exciting news. Let's see. We're
very.
talking about pajamas and toothpaste.
Yes.
Pretty good,
Bananas.
Brent. It's pretty good, Brent. Oh, and bananas.
Yeah.
Bananas. I like that subject. Okay. What else we got? Is that all you got?
Well, the only thing I was going to bring up was you said something about one-trick pony. So are you consider yourself a 4-trick pony?
I'm like a 12-pack, man.
12-trick pony.
Yeah, man. I got a lot of tricks up my sleeve. And you know what? I want to tell another story.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
stories.
So Saturday,
You know that.
Saturday, I went to a city called Houston, Missouri. People have heard
Yeah.
of Houston, Texas. I went to
Right.
Houston, Missouri.
Right.
And my jiu-jitsu coach, he put on a seminar there. Well, I'm on my GPS, and I'm driving, and I'm thinking, where in the hell am I going? I'm out in the middle. I mean, God's country, which was cool because it's super therapeutic to be out on the road, versus being in my office all day.
And all you see
I
is
was
cows.
Yeah,
And fields.
cows and fields.
Trees.
Beautiful. I mean, beautiful. So I'm driving. I'm thinking, oh my God, this GPS is taking me. It can't be right. And turn on this road, and turn on that road, and gravel, and all I see is like trees and nothing. And after about 5 minutes, I finally get to it says, "You've arrived," and I look up and I see this big metal building sitting out in this middle of a field. And the guy that owns this place is so smart. He built a beautiful outhouse. I mean, it's not like an ordinary outhouse. It's got like all the amenities you could imagine in an outhouse. It was so cool. And the seminar was there's chickens running around, there's turkeys running around, there's dogs running around. I mean, it was just really a cool environment to do martial arts, and it was just great. So I had a really great time. My coach did a great job. I was able to spend a couple hours there and turn around and come back to my home office. But I don't know. It's just something that I wanted to talk about because sometimes you just got to get out and do stuff that it's different. And the guy that owned this martial arts school, I've never seen one like this. And I've been to a lot of martial arts schools. But this thing was so aesthetically appealing. You like that word, aesthetically?
Yeah, the aesthetically appealing and outhouse do not go together.
But it was the greatest outhouse you've ever seen, man. Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
Is
had
it like
everything.
lipstick on a pig?
It was wonderful. Anyway, so much for all that. All right. Any closing thoughts?
Oh no, that you caught me by surprise with the outhouse. That is amazing.
I wish I could take. I should have taken some pictures of it.
No.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I could have showed it on the YouTube channel today. Well, at any rate, guys, look, it's not that complicated. life's really, if you really boil it all down, it's not all that complicated. We make it complicated. And I get why, because the brain is so powerful and it's so intense and it has so many sensors, right? So we go through life and we just explode, and then we're happy, and then we're mad, then we're anxious, and we're this and we're that. Boil it all down sometimes, every day or so, just kind of get to yourself and get into a corner somewhere, or turn off the phone for a few minutes and just bring it down. Just focus on basic things, man. You got to work on yourself. You got to work on feeling better about yourself. Everybody's got bad habits. Me too. So every day you have to look in the mirror and say, man, there's some things about me I have to get better. I have to improve myself. Focus on that. Focus on self-improvement. That's why we do the podcast, right? To share our experiences with everybody based on our own experiences, real experiences, not something we're reading out of a book. So when I share these things with you, it's coming out of my life, where I've been able to utilize some of these things I share with you to improve my life. I know it works. And I know sometimes it sounds repetitious, but that's the way it is, man. I have to keep saying it over and over again so it hits home, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
Just don't get hung up on the negatives. Stay focused on the positives. Hang out with good people. If you don't have good people in your life, find some. They're out there. You just have to focus on finding them. Maybe you go to a different church. Maybe you go to a different synagogue. Maybe you go to a different, local civic event. There's good people out there. Meet people. Shake their hands. You can make up some business cards like I have, and they don't have to be like business cards. They can be like personal cards, and just meet somebody, give them their card, and shake their hand. And you never know what kind of friendships you're going to come out of these meetings. What were you going to say, Brad?
Well, I knew you were on a roll. I didn't want to stop you.
Go ahead.
No, I got to share something with you.
Yes.
I pulled up to get gas last Saturday in my car, and
you were in your
before
car?
yes,
Well, that's encouraging.
before I was getting out of the car, a gentleman walked up and goes, "Hi, I'm with the United Methodist Church down the road here,
Okay.
and we're putting $20 worth of gas in people's cars today."
Wow.
And I said, thank you so much. And then there's this rough old beater that pulled up next to me, and I said,
Okay.
I tell you what, give that gas to someone
that
that
guy, yeah.
needs it and probably could use it a lot more than me. But thank you very much. It was well thought,
And it was very gracious
very
on your part to do
thoughtful.
that.
And when I was getting my gas, he went up to another car, and he kind of the lady rolled down the passenger window, and it gave him a chance to probably witness or talk to her and stuff like that.
Wonderful.
And he put gas in her car, $20.
Wonderful,
I just thought that was a great. He's out.
It's a very
meeting people.
It's a very practical way to get out and meet people and help people and
Yeah.
encourage and inspire people. That's really smart on their part. I like that a lot. And it was smart on your part that you were able to pass that along to somebody else
Yeah.
that really needed it,
Yeah.
because we know you don't need it.
Yeah. Well, no, I could take it.
I'm just messing with you. Brent's salt of the earth, man. He's a good person.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's about it for today. So just remember, if you don't give up, eventually the stars are going to line up, and you're going to be a whole lot better off. Just hang in there, man. Stay the course. Never give up. And you know what? If you stay positive, all this is going to come along a whole lot easier and a whole lot better. So until next time, keep your chin up.
We're stay positive.
Well, I left that off because I'd already said positive.
You can say it again.
Okay, just don't forget, stay positive.
Yeah.